All right, it's time to continue on with the Fast and the Furious franchise because today we'll be talking about the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. This is the third one in the franchise, released by Universal June 16th, 2006. A lot of people claim this one to be like the black sheep, and also this is the one that started setting the stakes for the upcoming sequels and stuff because I think it goes like um it goes 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, this one, and then 9, 8, 9. I think I could have that wrong, but yeah, I don't follow along with that stuff. This one was interesting. A lot of when it first came out, everyone was confused by it because it had no returning characters pretty much at all, except for the very end. And yeah, but it stars Lucas Black and Bow Wow, and is produced by Clayton Townsend, who's been producing most of the series. Written by Chris Morgan and was directed by Justin Lin, who would later go on to be the godfather of this franchise, basically directing it. So he'd go on to do Fast and Furious 4, 5, and 6, and the upcoming 9 and 10. 9 might actually be out now, but yeah, that shows you how much I follow this thing. Yeah, but he's also done other films like Star Trek Beyond and Annapolis, and it had a budget of around $159 million. And this almost killed the franchise when it first came out, because for like 3 years, anyways. But yeah, yeah. So basically, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. You follow this one supposedly teenage guy. You can clearly tell he's like late 20s, early 30s, but yeah, he starts at a new school and street races one of the popular guys for this guy's girlfriend, and they get into an accident and stuff, nearly killing them and stuff. And then this apparently has been going on for a while, so his mom sends him off to live with his dad in Tokyo. So he goes, and then he uncovers the underground street racing in Tokyo, which is way more advanced than in North America. And basically, he acts as a big shot when he gets there, and he nearly totals a car. Realizes that he's a little bit outmatched here, and then he teams up with one of the guys who shows him how to drift and do all that fun stuff, and they take on some like big drug organizations and stuff like that. Underground street racing by storm, basically, throughout the film. This one I actually really kind of enjoyed more than the other first two, because this to me is what Fast and the Furious is. It shows a lot of street racing. It has like um, a story you could follow that's not like something different mixed with cars. This one was actually written around the racing and stuff and kind of incorporated more of it, and there's more of a story to it. And yeah, they do have some like pointless characters. Like Bow Wow's character wasn't really like meant, I really think, to be. It's just meant to be the comic relief of it. Nothing really like substantial in the film. And the main character, I think they could have cast him way better because that guy's acting is absolutely terrible. But yeah, overall, it's still a fun time, and that definitely it's not like a whole pile of violence or anything I found in it, but it does give you the more authentic racing feel to it, not like the CGI junk in the first two. So yeah, this one definitely emphasized more on the cars, and I think Justin Lin, sort of like the director, knew of this when he started making this film and stuff. So, and I think this one actually stands out better than pretty much all of them. Like I said, this one to me is more Fast and the Furious than pretty much any of the others. So, this is what the franchise I think should have stuck with, because after this one, they basically crank up the violence and it goes into more extreme violence, almost Michael Bay style type films, where here you still have the embodiment of the sole purpose was the cars and the racing and stuff like that, and not like trying to be as catastrophic in violence and stuff like that as it does in later entries in the film series. So overall, I really enjoyed this film. I like this one probably the most out of all of them. So yeah, but some of the acting, like I said, isn't the greatest. But that comes with every movie basically. But yeah, it's still enjoyable. It's still fun, but it's definitely not one I'd seek out to watch over and over again. Like I'm pretty sure the last time I watched this was like 10 years ago. Before this, or like a few days ago, and I watched it. So yeah, but Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is a fun time. And if you're a fan of the series, I'm pretty sure you like this. And it also shows you like how some of the characters later on in the sequels, this is basically their uh, rise and shine part, and then they get ditched for a while. But yeah. But overall, still a good one. It was an oddball when it first came out, but now it makes total sense nowadays that they finally wrapped it all up. And it just goes to show you how forward thinking the creators of the series are, and how they wanted to push the franchise as far as they could. So, yeah, definitely an interesting entry and something new and better, I thought. So, with that, I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5. I'm not a fan of these movies, a huge fan of them, so to me, it was just a generic racing movie, but with some action elements. But I know a lot of people love these films, so yeah. But definitely solid entry, I think, and I'm not surprised that I got drawn to this one the best because most people hated it when it came out, and I loved it. So, yeah. But yeah, that's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. That's what I have to say about it. Trailer's linked down below, as always. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below where I post clips of films I'm going to review on my story pretty much every time, as much as possible. So if you want to see films that I'm going to review in the future, you can catch it on there. I also hide the title in a hashtag somewhere in the video just for fun if you want to try to guess it or just figure out what I'm reviewing next. I also put the subgenre of film and sometimes subgenre of the subgenre on there because I know some people might not like certain ones. So I do that just so people don't have to complain and whine. And yeah, so with that, it's a good time. Make sure you like this video, share it if you really want to. Comment down below your opinions of this film. If you've seen it, do you love it as much as I did, or do you think one of the other entries is way better? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. If you have any other films you want to hear my opinions on, doesn't have to be the rest of the franchise if you want, or any films at all. If you want to hear my opinions, comment those films down below, and I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can if I can find it. And also make sure you subscribe because usually you never know what I'm going to talk about next, but pretty sure you can probably guess what I'm going to talk about next. So yeah, but with that, I'm off for now. So yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next review.